Okay, so the next one we're doing for our equilibrium test is number 2, alternating speed. Then we'll go into abrupt stop and go. But those deficits you're looking for on your paper, akinesia, bradykinesia, dysdiadochokinesia for alternating speed. Remember, dysdiadochokinesia is the inability to do rapid alternating movement. So now we're doing it on their feet with alternating speed. The abrupt stop and go is for ataxia and bradykinesia. So we'll do those first. So again, I'm guarding the same way. And I'm asking the patient to stand up. And if I wanted to say to her, okay, I just want you to walk comfortably out that way. Okay, and when I tell you to speed up, I want you to go faster. So speed up and slow down. Slower. Good. And speed up. Good. And slow down. Good. Let's turn and let's go back to the chair. Okay, so you keep doing that test. I'm just going to go into this abrupt stop and go. So as soon as I say stop, I want you to stop. As soon as I say go, I want you to go. So as soon as I say the word, you do what the command says, okay, while we're walking. Okay, so go ahead and walk. Okay, stop and go. Stop, go, stop, and go. Good. Okay, great. All right, and turn. Excellent. So now, I'm not going to have her sit, but you would have your patient sit between each. So those tests came out obviously negative for the deficit. So now I'm going to tell her to change directions. So this time, Gianna, what we're going to do is we're going to walk, but I'm going to have you change directions. So sometimes to the right, sometimes to the left. If they don't know right and left because they're cognitively impaired, you're going to point, go this way, or what have you, or do a little tactile cue. Okay, so we're just looking to see if you can go ahead and straight out this way. And we're going to walk to the right. Good. And to the left. And I just gave her a little tap. And to the right. And to the left. And turn. Good. So just so you know, she can follow the commands to the left. Good. To the right. Back to the chair. Good. And you can sit in the chair. Always guarding. So this is contact guard, okay, that we're going to practice for competency. So the next one we're doing is foot markers and stepping over objects, then tandem. So this is the foot markers, okay. So I'm going to explain to my patient what I want for her to do as when I get her up in guard, she knows what to do. So Gianna, what we're going to do is put our foot in each square. So I want you to step over, just like this, okay? And essentially we can go back and forth to do one test. But I'm going to come over here just to get all the tests done. This is going to be your stepping over objects. So we're going to step over each object with one, and if the patient needs to, they can stop in between and use the same leg to come over the object. The last thing we're going to do, I'll just move this, is our tandem line, which is this line. So the tandem line would look just like so. Okay. Really bringing in a narrower base of support for the patient. Okay. All right. You want to have adequate room to guard your patient. So, and again, look at the deficits you're looking for under each of the tests. So you've got foot markers, would be intention tremor, dysmetria, dyssynergia. Those three go for all of this. Anything that has an actual target that's intended to put foot placement is going to show these deficits well, okay? So let's show the guarding for that. Okay, so we'll go over to the foot markers first. So 1 foot in each square. And you would guard just as we've been doing, posterior lateral, slow, 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 okay? And then we'll turn and we'll just go over to the foot markers. Now, that's the foot markers. This is the stepping over objects. You want to have different heights, so it challenges the patient to see if they can clear their foot. Obviously, if they had dysmetria, they would either trip over something or overshoot or undershoot the distance. So she's doing pretty well. Thank you. Okay, and then here is the tandem line. So this would just be walking, right, toe to heel. Doesn't have to touch. So you don't have to touch your toe to your heel, just walk the line. Good. And that would move that. Okay, and that's it. I just want to show you a lateral progression, braiding and crossovers, which are more difficult, but also these can be used as activities to challenge your patient and see how well they're performing, and it's a good objective measure to see them getting better. So just walk to the side, so side step, so out with the right, on the left, doesn't matter, out to the right and bring it to the left. So this would be just a lateral step progression. I would have her go both sides, so stop right there. I want to switch, and I always want to be slightly still posterior lateral, still supinated grip, and as she does it, I'm moving with her slightly in front, because if she falls, she's falling towards the direction she is going. Okay, so now what you want to do, Jay, is do a crossover. So you're doing, and obviously if my patient couldn't stand very well, I would explain it to them while they are in the chair, but for time purposes, she could follow me. So it's going to be left over right and then step out, left over right and then step out, okay? And I'm guarding again. Good, perfect. All right, and we do it the other way because I want to make sure both sides are correct. So this is called a crossover, okay? Braiding is over, under, over, under. So you know how we do the dance at the weddings? So over, under. Cabanagila or the tarantella. She knows the tarantella. So over, under, over, and that's called braiding. So again, it's both directions, and this is a challenge for your patient. You can do this in the parallel bars too if you want an activity for your patient. And of course you would walk them to the chair and sit them down when you're done or in between tests. The last thing I just show is retro. So when you walk, you can do backward walking, backward ambulation, okay? So you would just be behind them going into the direction that they're going to protect them, because she would fall backwards into me and I would catch her, okay? And that's how I would catch her. So you want to be where you're best suited to